Hey Knowledge family, how everybody doing today? Hey Knowledge family, let's talk about the people who are crying wolf when it comes to missing reports. Okay, so first we're gonna talk about people and a lot of people, if you don't know what crying wolf is, it means that you keep crying out for something, or you're saying something is going on but it's really not going on. You're just saying that to grab attention from people, or you just want some type of recognition from somebody. You just wants to be noticed. Okay, now we have some people out here that's crying wolf on the missing reports. Okay, now we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to also talk about the real missing people that we have out here. Okay, so now there are some black people who is making it hard on black people who are really missing. Okay, you have some black women, black men, black children who are missing and desperately need to be found, desperately need for people to search or look for them. Okay, and then you have some black people who will take all the focus off of them by crying wolf of the same thing that they are missing. Okay, so let's just get right on. They doing this because they want attention. Okay, so let's get right on down to this, because I've seen some black people, and it's mostly celebrities or people who are in the reality world where they're kind of seen a lot, or some famous people and things like that, that their family or somebody is reporting them missing when they're really not missing. Okay, and this hurts the real people who are out here missing. When you have a big platform and you go to crying wolf and you go to saying that the person is missing and the person is really not missing, well, you taking the whole focus away from people who are really missing. Then you have it to where people don't want to believe people are missing who are really missing, because it's so many people that are reporting missing and knowing they're not missing. Okay, they'll come out the woodwork somewhere, or they'll come out in the opening later on after everybody been looking for them, but we're going to get to all that right there. But anyway, you have some people, and it's basically the majority of these people are women who are crying wolf, and I've seen it's mostly somebody that has the rich and the famous attached to them. You see what I'm saying? And then they draw all this attention, and then to come to find out they wasn't missing, or they just sitting back relaxing or whatever. But let's get right on into this, because a lot of black people, like I said, is mostly women, and it's mostly inside of this famous world, celebrity world, rich and famous, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, or whoever have big platforms and things like that. Okay, I've noticed that we're using the word missing to get attention. Okay, now y'all can get mad at me if you want to or whatever, but I'm doing this video because there are really missing souls out here, black and white, but the majority black. It's already hard for black people to get their story out who are missing. It's already hard for them to get their story out. So when you start bringing in extra attention of you're saying that a person is missing and they're really not missing, well, now you have people they already don't believe that a lot of our people are missing anyway. They call them, like, if you say report somebody is really missing, they look at it as, oh, that's a runaway. Or, oh, they just, they'll be back. They just wanted to do this. See, they already take, especially black people who are missing cases, they already take those cases lightly. So we don't need to start playing with this missing stuff when you know that nothing is really wrong, or you know that that person is really not missing. Okay, so now a lot of women, black women, I've noticed, because I really haven't seen any men, black men, who are crying wolf or crying out that their family members are missing and all that, and it turns out that they're really not. It's basically coming from the black American women. Okay? And this is something that we have to stop. We shouldn't need no damn attention that bad. Okay? So now, and if we do, something is wrong. We need to look further into stuff and not use missing as a scapegoat to get attention. Okay? We need to find a better way for that. But anyway, you have some black people who are taking the focus off of real missing cases because they want attention. Now, let me tell you, when you need attention that bad, see, you have people, and I understand that some family members report people missing because they hadn't heard from their family members, or they haven't, talked to the family members in a while, or haven't seen their family members in a while. I understand all that, okay? But we need, especially black women, we need to find one person that we can trust to know that we are okay. Now, if you have a big old platform, or you rich and you in the rich and the famous world, or the celebrity world, or whatever you want to call yourself, if you're in that bracket and you hear people are reporting you missing, or you hear because you are taking up the internet with people wondering, hey, this person is missing, we can't find this person, and this goes on. People are looking for you, and people are talking about you, and people are using their platforms to try to locate you or get the word out that this person might be missing. And everybody's getting the word out that this person might be missing. If you know that you are really not missing, you need to come and speak up. That's just like me. If I'm on this platform, and I don't have, but I think it's 135 of y'all dedicated subscriber. Love all y'all. Mwah. Shout out to y'all. And I have a lot of viewers as well. Shout out to y'all as well. But if I tell y'all that, if I make a video and tell y'all that I'm sick, and then y'all don't hear anything from me anymore after that, and then y'all hear my sons, and one be on the show, this is my son here. If y'all see Jay come on here and be like, hey, we haven't seen our mom, we haven't talked to our mom, we don't know where she at, this, that. Okay, hopefully I do feel like some of my subscribers are going to try to get the word out. NJ is missing, NJ is missing, we can't find her, her sons haven't seen her, or whatever like that, okay? And I'm going to appreciate that, But if nothing is wrong with me, and I hear my subscribers, I hear my viewers, I hear everybody pushing this word out to help my son find me, and I know that I'm okay, or even if I'm not okay, even if I'm laying in the bed sick and I'm drinking on hot tea and lemon, trying to get myself together, I still put up a video for you guys, because I do not want you guys to think that I'm missing or I'm out there somewhere. So I'm going to make a video. I might not even show my face, but y'all will hear my voice. And I will say, it will be just 30 seconds. Hey, Cafe of Knowledge family, I'm doing okay. Appreciate your support. But I really don't, mess with my son like that. The reason why I was avoiding his phone call. And if I don't want to tell that business, that's if that's what's going on. If I don't want to tell that business, I'm just going to at least say in them 30 seconds or 15 seconds, hey, Cafe of Knowledge, how y'all doing? NJ is not, I'm okay. I'm not missing. Okay? And I appreciate y'all support, appreciate y'all using y'all platforms to look for me and everything like that, but I just need some time alone right now. And when I get back on my feet, I'll get right back to y'all. And if I got enough strength to say the game knowledge, I exit intro, I exit saying, if I got enough energy and strength to say that, I'm going to say that. So y'all know it's me. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage, and I'm going to go head on. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to close it out. That way, Everybody knows that, okay, she's not missing. NJ did this right here, and everybody get the word out. Now, the reason why my son was reporting me missing, because I haven't been picking up the phone, or even family members been calling me and I ain't been picking up the phone. My cousins calling me, sisters calling me, homegirls calling me, and I'm not answering their phone call. I will deal with them on the back end. But I am going to let these viewers and everybody know that I'm okay, so that we don't have all these missing reports going on and people going out reporting me missing because my son is saying he hadn't seen me, and then my cousins and all them go and fill out a missing persons report. And what do I look like sitting back watching them do all that? Put out a missing person report and all that, and I got everybody on the internet just going, where NJ missing, all this stuff like that. What do I look like sitting back and watching people do this? And I'm knowing they concerned about me, and I says nothing. I wait for about a week before I let y'all know I'm okay. Oh, bull crap. That's the most selfish, narcissist attitude I've ever seen. So you mean to tell me that my family had to go down there and fill out missing reports and all this kind of stuff, but I'm sitting back chilling and I'm proud because I like the attention that I'm getting, being all over the internet, all over the airways, everybody talking about me. Oh, I feel so loved. Oh, I got all this attention. I'm just going to sit back and watch y'all do all this and don't say nothing. And then a week later, I come out and say, hey, y'all, I just didn't want to be bothered. I'm okay. And I'm acting like it ain't a problem. No, it is a problem. And if you don't care about your fans enough, or if I don't care about my viewers enough or my subscribers enough to at least tell them I'm okay. Because a lot of people say, well, it ain't nobody business. It is people business if I got on my platform and told y'all that I was sick. So the last time y'all hear from me, I'm saying that I'm sick. And after that, you hear nothing. And then the only thing you hear is one of my sons saying, I'm missing. And I sit back and watch y'all go all over the internet and everybody looking and everybody trying to think of a strategy. Where was she last seen? Where was she last at? I got y'all doing all this while I'm sitting back looking. No, I'm supposed to nip that stuff in the bud right then to keep everybody from doing all this over the internet thing and worried and all that stuff like that. Because if I put my business out there to you guys and I tell y'all I'm sick, it's my obligation. If everybody is worried about me, then it's my obligation is to come back and tell y'all I'm okay or I'm not okay. So when people say it's not anybody's business about what's going on with a person or what, yes it is if that person put their business on the platform. Okay, I told y'all I was sick. So why can't I come back and tell y'all when I first hear any type of inkling that people are saying I'm missing, or my sons are reporting me missing, or my cousins are reporting me missing, it's time for me to get up off my ass and let my viewers and stuff know that I'm okay. Now, if I don't want them in my business, I shouldn't have never clicked on my damn video and told y'all I was sick. I shouldn't have never did it. If I don't want anybody concerned about me, or if I don't want to answer to anybody, I should never have gotten on there and said I was sick. Because when the family put out missing reports and stuff, that's another missing case that's on the desk for detectives and police to try to solve. So if it's a real person right on the side of my paper who is really missing, now you got, instead of 2 detectives working on the real missing case, they might have to split it up and only one work on this case and one work on my case because I am now reported missing. So now I done took away from someone who is really missing out here in this world and needs somebody to find and search for them, really. So I'm going to need for the black sisters to get this together. Because stop doing these false reports because you want attention. And stop coming up with, now maybe you didn't do the false report. The family members did the false report. Even if I'm not close to my family members, like I said before, I'm going to at least tell my viewers, and then I handle this part on the back end. And I would tell y'all, hey, I don't mess with my cousin, or I don't mess with my such and such. So I don't know why they even act like, because they call me, I'm supposed to answer the phone. I don't answer the phone for them in about 2 years, so why should I answer for them now? Yeah, I would say something like that, but I will also handle them on the back end. But the moral of this thing is, because see, I got to get, I'm talking about this right now, but we're also going to talk about the real missing people, because I need to get that word out there too. But I also have to make sure that I talk about this. And we need to stop reporting people missing. If you know that you don't miss, that person don't hardly answer the phone for you anyway, then you can't say that that person is missing. You have to contact someone who really talks to that person every day. If somebody want to know where I am, they're going to have to contact somebody that talks to me every day. Because somebody who only talks to me once a year and then they call me and I don't answer, well, then they can't say that I'm missing because, hell, I don't talk to them anyway. So everybody, whether you're a woman or a man, no matter what color you are, you need to find one person that if people think you might be missing, that's the one person they can contact to see if you are or you're not. And for the famous world, that's for regular people. You know, that you need to find one person that if something happens to you and everybody starts saying, I haven't heard from this person, I haven't heard from this person, that they have one person that they can go to that they know that you trust to tell the truth of if you're okay or if you're not okay. Okay? And at least let somebody hear your voice, whether you talk to them or not. Just tell them, yeah, I'm all right. I heard that you was looking for me and you trying to say that I'm missing. But hey, you know I don't fuck with you anyway. So I don't even know why you trying to say that I'm missing when I don't even talk to you anyway. But anyway, yeah, I'm okay. And I'll talk to you another time. That's how you do that. Now, for the famous people or rich people, whatever you are, you know, they got all this status, celebrity status, whatever. Y'all need to also find one person. And if that one person, people can't seem to get anything out of that one person, then your ass need to come on that line right then before people start filling out missing persons reports. You need to start coming out right then. Damn, wanting all these attention. I understand that the pandemic done made a lot of these stars' income fall off. And so they're trying to do everything for damn attention or do some stuff for promotion and all this stuff right here. But don't come playing in our face with no mess like that. Don't come playing in our face with that shit. If you're not missing and you hear people on the internet looking for you and you put your business out there from the beginning, then you need to come out and tell those people, I'm okay. Damn that shit. Don't come waiting no 4-5 days and a week or something. You got police running around here with reports on their desk and all this, and then you gonna talk about, hey, I'm okay. Oh, damn that. Damn that. Some people don't even care no more that you have showed up. Because you done played in people's face the whole time. Played on people's emotion the whole time. Played on people's sympathy the whole time. Played on the respect that people had for you the whole time. Now that done made me hot. And it seems like it's not even the regular people out here doing that. It says it's mostly these celebrities, crime wolf women celebrities, crime with black women celebrities, crime with Crying wolf. Because within the past 2 months, we have heard 2 black women. One is in reality and one is in the entertainment world. But we have heard 2 black women so far within 2 months saying that they was missing and they really wasn't. People reporting them missing and they really wasn't. They probably wasn't saying they was missing, but the family members was saying they was missing. Or best friends was saying they was missing. Somebody was saying they was missing. But instead of coming right on out when you hear this story, because the story becomes big because of the status you have. And instead of you coming out, you stay the hell quiet. Because you like that type of attention. No! We're not doing that. We're not even finna start that because there's real missing cases out here that need to be dealt with. And that makes it hard, extra hard, on black people who have cases that police don't even want to fool with. Because the first thing detectives don't even want to fool with. Because the first thing that they all say is that they feel like we're runaways or, oh, they gonna come back because of situations like this. They wasn't really missing. So when these real cases come up before them, they don't even take it as serious because we are known for crying wolf and lying. And then somebody come out. Oh, hell no. We're not even finna start that shit in 2021. So, hey, I don't know. Y'all pass this word along or whatever. We not finna have it. We not finna have it. Boy, people been talking all over these streets out here. All over the United States. All in every state in the United States. Everybody on the real streets has been talking about this and they ain't too happy about it. They ain't too happy about it because it's already hard for our black brothers and sisters to get attention on real missing cases. And here comes some people trying to tank the thing within 2 months. It's been claimed that 2 people has been missing who has very big platforms, who are entertainers or famous or whatever. 2 black women have already claimed, or their families have already claimed. It turns out, oh no, here I am. No, we're not finna be playing in these folk face like that. Nah, that we ain't gonna do. So y'all need to get this together. And I don't know if a lot of them are doing this for attention because I feel like this. Maybe the person didn't report themselves missing. But when you sit back and watch how everybody have an outcry going on and you don't say nothing and you enjoying it to me. You enjoying the attention so you don't say nothing. Or either you're doing it because it's going to promote some stuff you finna come out with or finna have going on and all this. Oh, hell no. That's slap selfish. Narcissist. Disrespectful. It really is. And I'm sorry, get mad at me all you goddamn want to, but I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. It's too many real cases out here. Now let's get to my real cases now. And I got me all heated and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's black people and white people, all nationalities in the United States who have been speaking up hard and shaking the internet all across the United States. All different type of nationalities has been getting on the mainstream news, mainstream media butts about how come black people don't have the same media report as some white people. Okay? Now, y'all know that there was a missing white lady. I'm gonna let y'all hear the clip on it. Gabby Petito. I don't want to say the girl name wrong. Rest her soul. But anyway, she was missing. Her and her boyfriend went on a trip or whatever or something, and she was missing, and he came back and don't want to talk. They ain't tell nobody. On the run. He's on the run. They haven't found him yet, or however it goes. They haven't found him at the time that I'm making this video. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, they haven't found him yet. Okay? Now, her story went mainstream all over every mainstream news, every every platform people had, all on the Twitter, all on the Facebook, everywhere, okay? Now then you had people speaking up from all nationalities saying, how come y'all giving this girl here, this white girl, so much attention when there are black cases that have similar cases just like this, but are not being reported on? They're being ignored. So why? Why is it that some of these black people who are missing, and a lot of them was missing in the exact same way, and it's some black people who have become missing that was missing in the exact same spot as this girl here was missing, not a couple of miles down or whatever. It's a lot of people who have became missing in that same very area, okay? In that same area, it's been some black people that came up missing, but you never knew about that or never heard about that, okay? So that's what we want to talk about here, because the people all across the United States were just lighting up the mainstream news media. I mean, they was lighting up everything, saying, how come black missing people don't get this type of exposure as the white men, women, and children that come up missing, okay? Black men, women, and children don't get this type of recognition or reports or get this type of airwaves to get the word out. You know, their story don't hit the mainstream airwaves to get their story out so people can start looking for them all across the world. They don't get it like that, okay? Now, so it seems like a lot of black people who are missing story get neglected, and they don't make mainstream news. And that's why I was saying earlier that we need to stop people from crying wolf, you know, because it's already hard for a black missing person to get their story out, or for their family to get their story out. And so when you come and you start tainting it with lying or, oh, they okay, we just didn't know all that, now you're playing with something very serious. Play with something else. But missing person, we can't afford for nobody coming in tainting this, because it's already too hard for family members who really do have missing people in their family. It's already hard as hell for them to get their story out. So we don't need nobody coming in tainting and playing with this type of story. Okay? So now, I'm going to let y'all listen to this clip, because I'm going to tell y'all right here, people been asking the mainstream news, I'm talking about real mainstream news. People have been all up under their comments. Every time they talk about that Gabby case, they're right up under the comment like, okay, we really hope she be found. What about this black guy? Or what about this black girl? Or what about this black child who is missing that y'all haven't said anything about? Okay? So now, they've been catching the internet, like I always say, on fire about why is it that black people don't get the same recognition when they are missing than a white person. Okay? So now, I'm going to let y'all listen to this story. This news outlet here decided to address the problem, and I got to give them their appreciation. Okay, I think it was NBC. I don't know NBC, because NBC have a lot of different outlets, but I do know it was a NBC outlet that did address what the people saying. So evidently up under those comments that they kept saying, hearing, and people was emailing all these news outlets, major news outlets, and asking, how come y'all ain't putting this type of energy, effort, and stuff into reporting on this black person who is missing? Or everybody would start bringing up, if they had a missing person in their family, they was putting that person's name up under the comments when the news was reporting on the Gabby. That was the only way they felt like they could get their loved one name out there. Okay? So, this news media on NBC, they noticed all the comment and they did a report on it. So, let me let y'all hear what they said on that report that they had. Okay. So, but y'all just bear with me. Here it goes.
Case is now giving way to media criticism.
Yeah, the families of other missing people, especially people of color, who say they've been forgotten. That's next. Gabby Petito has gripped the nation, quickly gaining widespread attention, but it also has sparked a new conversation about missing people of color.
Yeah, families of color often feel forgotten, calling into question why they don't get the same attention as young white women. NBC News correspondent Antonia Hilton joins us now for more on this important story. Antonio, it's a question I've been seeing on social media everywhere.
Everyone is talking about this right now. You know, families of color, Black and Indigenous families in particular, are feeling a lot of pain. And what we're hearing from them is as they watch the Gabby Petito case unfold, they feel for her family and they know intimately how it feels. Some of them have been waiting months or years for the kind of support and public investment that her family has seen. Take a look at our reporting. As the search for Brian Laundrie intensifies and the loss of Gabby Petito is mourned nationwide, there's growing outrage that the attention being paid to her case isn't given to those of missing people of color.
We don't get the same level of urgency.
David Robinson's son, Daniel, is a 24-year-old geologist who disappeared after work one day this past June in Arizona. Police found his car in a ravine, but 3 months have passed and there's been no sign of him. Robinson says police are making little progress, and he's had to hire an independent investigator.
Why do you think that is that cases like your son's go unheard?
As far as I know, as much as I really hate to say this, and sometimes I think race is a factor.
In 2020, more than 500,000 people were reported missing, nearly 40% of them people of color, and they're disappearing at disproportionate rates. While Black Americans make up 13% of the U.S. population, they account for 35% of missing persons cases.
Automatically, law enforcement assume that these children, they're runaways, these adults, that they are involved in some sort of criminal activity. So they're basically just, swept under the rug.
Former law enforcement officer Derrica Wilson started the Black and Missing Foundation after seeing too many of these cases ignored.
I can roll off Chandra Levy, Natalie Holloway, Elizabeth Smart, Kaylee Anthony, Gabby Petito, but no one can name one person of color that has received that type of mainstream media. Not one person.
Reports show this bias is especially egregious for Indigenous people. In the state of Wyoming, where Gabby Petito disappeared, more than 700 Indigenous people have gone missing in the last decade, but none have received the same focus as her case.
It's been rather disheartening.
I like this one. Patsy Whitefoot, whose sister Daisy Mae Heath has been missing for over 30 years, started her own podcast called War Cry to push for more resources and accountability in these cases.
There's never any communication, never any follow-up with families. So the whole justice system just needs to be turned upside down.
A really important story. I completely can understand the perspectives of these families that we don't often hear. What struck you in speaking with them?
Well, what struck me was just the complete pain that they're in, and they are crying out for help from reporters like me, from people who are starting these petitions, have been, searching for Gabby themselves online. They're asking people, put that attention toward my son, my daughter. And then when I talk to experts in Black and Indigenous communities too, they say these patterns have been going on for decades, actually. This didn't start with Gabby Petito. And now that we've seen it and we've called it out, we have a responsibility to do better.
I have one quick question. What do you make of the argument that I've seen from a lot of people on Twitter that they say enough about talking if the media doesn't come
take action?
Yeah, I see the missing flyers.
Exactly. And the faces of these people who we haven't been introduced to yet. It isn't fair. Think about it. Do you know the names of Black and Indigenous women who've gone missing over the last couple decades?
In the same area as Gabby Petito?
700 Indigenous women missing in the same area. We don't know their names, and that's not right.
No. With social media, hopefully that does make a difference.
Okay, so y'all heard that, and I told y'all that right before they did that. And y'all heard them say it was 700 Black women who have been missing in that exact same area. Is Gabby Petito, or however her name is. And nobody knew that, you know? And that's because it has been a bias between reporting on black missing cases versus white missing cases, okay? And there's a young gentleman right now, his name is Day, the last name is Day, very, very nice looking man or whatever, but he has been missing like a week prior to Gabby. Oh, he does very well in college student, all of that, and they mentioned him on there, and drove a nice vehicle, had his things together, had his life pretty much together, and he disappeared. And his mother had been trying to get this news media out. Even his college professor is the one who contacted the mother and everything, like he haven't been in class and that, and he had a beautiful, nice white, I don't know, but it's bad. But anyway, it looked like it was a drop top, you know, beautiful car. He had his thing together, but he just turned up missing. And this was a week before Gabby Petito, and she was trying to get the word out to mainstream media, but it wouldn't. But now that everybody has been in an uproar, they finally put his story on there, but they found his body in a lake. And his car was in another area. His wallet was in a whole nother 2-3 miles away. And his car was a couple of miles away from his wallet. And then his shirt was found in another location. It was just something. You'll have to look that story up. But I know they mentioned it on here for a brief second, that the mother was talking about how he has been missing and she had no type of media attention about her son, okay? And he was in his 20s. But anyway, so I just give that appreciation to the NBC newscast there, that at least they addressed what people were saying. The rest of these media people, I ain't heard them address it for real. I ain't heard them address it. Not sit down and talk about it in depth like this here news media did. Okay? And they did say that they'll pay more attention to it. They would try to, make a balance in what they're doing and things like that. And that's all people was asking for. Just they didn't like the bias. It has been biased within the media of black missing people. It has been so much bias against them for decades. And you heard on there too, it's two ladies that have started their own platform for missing people, so that if someone of color is missing, they can contact these ladies, and these ladies have like big platforms, they well known now, and they will put their story out, because the media they neglect the story, or they ignore the story, or they intentionally fail to report the story on missing black people. Okay, so you have these two ladies here, and like I said, you could always rewind and go back and listen to it again, but they do have these two ladies, and they said their names and everything, and most people who of color is missing, the family goes to them and try to get their story out, because when they go to the mainstream media will not cover that story. They will not cover that story, or they'll neglect that story, or they ignore that story, or they'll intentionally fail to report on that missing person, that missing black person. And so that's why a lot of people use their social media, a lot of black people, and I do too, because a lot of black people use their social media pages to get words out for families of color, so that it can help find their loved ones. People use their Facebook, use their Twitters, use some of their YouTube platforms, they use their Instagram. They use a lot of things to try to help these families find their loved ones, because mainstream media have been neglecting these stories for decades, and they even admit what we were saying. And like they said, we can't really name a main name that of a black person or a black female who has been missing. But they know right off the bat names of missing white women because the story was so big. They named about 4 white women right off the bat that they remember being missing. But they couldn't name 4 off the bat black women who had that big story and who was missing. So there is some type of bias in there. And I'm just glad that they acknowledged it and talked about it and then said that they would try to make it an even thing. But the rest of these medias, I ain't heard them say nothing. I ain't heard them say nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that is why a lot of black people use their social media, and I'm one of them because I did a story on Shanteria Waits. And just like I said, everybody remember that I did Shanteria Waits story, and it's called Test Your Strangers. Then I did an update on Shanteria Waits story, okay? And that was just, what, about a month ago? But the thing is, like they say, this Gabby woman was found deceased, and Shanteria Waits was found deceased. And this Gabby girl, her boyfriend or fiance or whatever, is on the run. And the guy who killed Shanteria Waits, because Shanteria Waits is black, the guy who killed her is on the run. But I haven't seen a search party out looking for this guy. I haven't seen any famous people coming in to help find Shanteria Waits' killer. But I do see that everybody is coming together to find Gabby Petito's killer, which is supposed to be done. That's the way things are supposed to be done. But Shanteria Waits, her killer, is out here right now, named Jordan Potts, running all over. He running too. Just like Gabby's fiance or whatever running, Shanteria's killer is running, and his name is Jordan Potts, and he running all around here too. We wouldn't even know if we walked in and sat down at the same table with him, because it didn't hit mainstream media, and he is a dangerous man, you know. But you got so many people out, they done took every type of resources they got to try to find Gabby's killer. But what about Shanteria? And this happened, Shanteria Waits, he killed Shanteria Waits in Texas. Okay? And I don't see a search party. I don't see no dogs out, no canines or nothing out searching for this Jordan Potts. Okay? And so that's just how, and I did this story here, about probably a month or 2 ago. And if you want to hear about it or know about it, you could go back and refer to that. But I did do that. And that's what I'm saying about there are some black platforms that do, or black people who do try to use their social media to get the word out for black families that have missing loved ones, because the media is biased, and it's been like that for decades and decades and decades. And hopefully with us keep speaking up about it, like everybody got together and they was on these news feeds, they was on the news feeds typing it in, or you could Google it up now, and it's all a big news that the bias between black missing people and white missing people. So people came together for the big outrage, and it wasn't just black people, it was white people, all type of nationalities came together and was like, hey, wait, hold up, it's a person missing right now who is black, similar to this story here, and y'all didn't even report on that. And then you hear a lot of these news outlets is like, oh, well, we didn't even realize that it was bias inside the news media. Oh, yes, hell you did. Really? Really? You didn't realize that it was a bias between y'all reporting on black missing cases and white missing cases? Come on now, stop playing in my face. Stop acting like we dumb. Like we don't know what's going on. We do. You know? It just kills me how people want to make up excuses and act like we dumb and we don't know the stuff, or, oh, we didn't even realize that there was a bias in us reporting on white missing people and black missing people. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Now that you brought it up and now that you know, change it. And I ain't talking about the NBC, because at least they did try to at least talk about the story. I'm talking about the other ones that has ignored this whole doggone thing. Ain't said nothing. All these other big platform media, whatever, they ain't said nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, and then they're going to act like, oh no, we didn't even really realize that it was a bias in reporting. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But anyway, you just have children, black women, black men. Like I said about this black man here, he's a very nice looking gentleman in college, about to finish college. I think he had a very good job too. He was good working and going to college. Very nice car, beautiful vehicle, and he was dressed real nice and just vanished. Right now, by his parents, his mother and his father, nobody knows what happened. They had to hire a private investigator to try, because the police and everybody would not even help them find what happened, or what happened. It's foul play. It has to be foul play. They haven't ruled it foul play, I don't think, but they just now starting to pick this story up because NBC and I think CNN now has picked it up, this guy here's story, and making it known. Now the detectives and everybody are working hard on this case, but still nobody knows what happened to him. You mean to tell me a good, put together, hard working, going to college type man just disappears, and then you find his body in a lake, and you find his car here, wallet 2 miles or 3 miles down or whatever, and then you find his t-shirt and stuff that he was wearing somewhere else on another location. It got to be foul play, because he didn't do all that by himself and in a lake, you know. So I'm just glad his story has gotten recognition, but he was found deceased. But the thing that they trying to work on now is who did it. And his case just came up on the 4th. Like I said, his case was about a week or two before Gabby's case. But now that all this attention about why isn't the black cases being featured just like the white cases, now a lot of news outlets putting his story out there so that people can find out what really happened to him. But I know his last name is Day. I can't really pronounce the first name. I know it started with a J something. But anyway, so that's all I want to do. So people just keep speaking out. Just keep speaking out and making sure that we eliminate a lot of this bias reporting on missing when it comes to the news outlet, you know, because like I said, when everybody talked about the Gabby case, it was so many people flooding the news, flooding the news comments, emailing all these big platforms of broadcasters and mainstream media. They was emailing, commenting, everything like, what about this black case? What about, and there was a lot of people, like I said, who have missing people in their family. They were putting their family member name up there, like, this person here has been missing too. This person here has been missing too. This person here was at a ball game or here or there, and this person was missing too. So they started putting their missing cases up under the comments and emailing about it. So that's what we have to do sometimes when we want to see a change. So we do know that there's some media outlets that said they're going to pay close attention to it and start reporting even and get the bias out of it. But if some mainstream media platforms, they ain't even said nothing, they ain't even mentioned it, ain't even nothing. So, you know, people just keep doing what you're doing to try to make things even. So that's why I was so upset about people playing with saying they're missing. And I understand that, you know, when people playing like, well, they ain't playing or they just ain't saying anything and they not correcting that they're not missing, it takes away from the real missing person. I don't care how many, I can have 8 or 9 people come out and speak for me and say, oh no, she not missing, she okay, this, that. Well, see, That's what people do anyway in missing cases if they don't want people to know what happened to that person. See, when you have 4 or 5 friends coming out speaking for you, like if I'd have had 4 or 5 friends speaking out saying NJ is okay, y'all ain't got to worry, NJ is okay, it's still gonna make y'all skeptical because y'all haven't heard from NJ. See, NJ is the one who came on this platform and told everybody she was sick. So why is it that everybody else got to come in and say she's okay, she's this? Y'all still looking skeptical, like I don't know, hell, I don't even know if you know NJ like that. You say you do, but we ain't heard from her. We need to hear from NJ. See, and then I come out and say something. See, we don't need for friends and cousins and everybody else to speak for this person to say, oh, I don't need for my friends and family members to come and tell y'all that, oh, she's okay, she just wants to be alone, or she just wants to this, or she just wants to be that. Oh, I don't need them to do that. Because I didn't need them to come on my platform to tell y'all I was sick. I did that. So, of course, y'all are going to be worried about me. So when somebody else tell y'all, you know, NJ okay, y'all be like, yeah, okay, that's what you say, but we still ain't heard from NJ. We need to hear from NJ. Until then, she's still considered missing. Because we ain't seen NJ face. And so that's why I said before it even get to that, I supposed to come out and eliminate, squash, cut, all of that. And tell people I'm okay. Y'all don't even have to let y'all see my face. Y'all hear my voice. Me saying I'm okay. And I appreciate it. That's all I'm saying. So stop crying wolf on these missing cases. For a lot of these celebrities and rich and famous or whatever. Don't come tainting up this missing case report thing. Hell no. And if you know people are starting to report you missing because you've been, maybe you do want to be alone. Well, ain't nobody got no problem about that. It's that when your family members or somebody, you see that people are really looking for you and concerned about you, come and speak up. Shit. Don't wait on nobody to do no police report and all that, because now you are taking away the paperwork, the hard work, the search of someone else. Because now your case is in there, which really shouldn't even be in there. But because you're too damn selfish and narcissist and want attention, you're going to let it sit there before you come out and say, I'm okay. And you done took all the manpower off of a real case. Oh, hell no. That we ain't going to do. I don't care who gets mad at it. And that's all I got to say about that. But stop coming in tainting our real missing cases, because it's too hard for our black missing cases to get noticed anyway and get believed anyway. It's hard for people. The first thing they say is that black person is missing. Or that black person, when the black person is missing, they say, oh, that's a runaway. Oh, you know, he or she all right. They probably just don't want to be bothered. Because that is the trend of what people be doing. Which makes it hard for the police department, detectives, and everybody to believe that this is a real case. So therefore, then they be waiting like months and months before they see if the case is really real. By that time, 2 months has gone by. It's no telling what's going on or what done happened to that missing person. But because they're so used to some black people making a scene about someone missing when they're really not missing, it messes everything up. People just stop doing that. And if your family is reporting you missing and you know you ain't missing, at least speak up and say, hey, I'm all right. You know I don't play with you. I don't mess with you like that. We don't talk anyway. But yeah, y'all, I'm all right. Then go back and disappear again. But don't let that paperwork hit these people's desks talking about you missing and then you sitting back looking for the attention. That we ain't gonna do. That's all I got to say about that. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage. And oh yeah, and when people do that, we need to start lighting their ass up. When we see that they did not and they didn't come out and try to nip this stuff in the bud or eliminate this problem or make sure that people, especially when they done came out and then they gonna hide back and don't want to tell if they okay or not or something, like, they come to find out that they okay. We need to start burning it. I'm talking, when I say burn their ass, I mean talking about them. We need to start talking about them. We need to start typing on them. Everything. This is unacceptable. That's what we need to start telling them. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Stop playing in our face. That's all I got to say about that. Gain knowledge to prevent blockage. And we all know what that means. The more you know, the harder it is for anybody to block y'all from y'all goals and success. Bye-bye.